Mr. Erondu, what important ideas have you had to understand to get to where you are today as quickly as you did? And I don't think a lot of people realize how old you are, which I don't know if you're okay with saying this, but how old are you?
22.
And I mean, you've experienced so much. So what stuff have you had to understand so early in your career to get to where you are?
As a designer, understanding that I'm only as good as the people I surround myself with. So I always try to find myself in situations where I was not the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people say this, and to some people it sounds like a cliche, but honestly I think a lot of cliches they're said for a reason, right?
Sure.
And there's absolute truth in this. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are not growing.
Yeah.
You can't grow because there's no one there that can compete with you. If you are not, and you have the ability to listen and to learn, you will grow from those people. That was actually the second thing I learned. I had to teach myself how to learn.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have formal design education. I went into design while I was in high school.
Yeah.
Actually middle school. I started off as a writer, transitioned to design, and everything I know today was through trial and error.
Yeah.
And I realized that I had to understand the way that I personally learned and try and optimize my experiences around that. Right. So, if you learn by seeing or by doing or by reading or by repeating, you optimize for situations where that is what you're going to be experiencing the most amount of your time.
Yeah.
Because if not, then you may think that you are learning by the experiences, but you are actually not,
yes.
right? It's almost like when you're working out, right? There are ways to work out where you can continue going to the gym and you will never see progress, right? Because you need to understand how your body works. What food do you need? Where are you nutritionally deficient, right? And you find those things. It's not the same for everyone. So understanding how you personally learn, then optimizing for that, very critical. And I'm glad that I learned this early because I don't think, I think a lot of the experiences I now have, I would not have had if I did not catch this early in my career. I'd say one last thing is just understanding the importance of knowing what motivates other people.
Yes.
This has helped me a lot from landing contracts or jobs that I otherwise would not have been able to do. Growing teams. I remember when I was younger, it was very, very difficult to grow teams because of my age.
Yeah.
Like I faced a lot of ageism, right? It's like, well, you're a kid, right?
You're 19, stop trying to lead design.
Exactly,
here.
right?
Yeah.
And
fascinating.
When you understand what motivates people, you can pretty much guide the conversation anywhere you want, right? But only do that if you feel that you can actually deliver on the thing that motivates that individual.
There's an earthquake going on right now, by the way.
Is there really?
A very light one. Keep that on camera, but that was fun. Okay. I felt a very light quake.
Now I'm freaking out.
It's all right. We're in a perfectly safe building in the middle of San Francisco.
We're like 20 stories high.
Keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine.
All right.
But yeah, when you know what motivates people, it's great, and that honestly comes from empathy.
Yes.
Like when you're sitting in a conversation, you're not focusing on yourself. You're trying to really understand that individual, right? And when you know those things, and you start speaking to those things, it becomes very apparent to them that you care and that you listen. And I think a lot of the strong relationships I built, whether it was me being grown by someone or me growing someone or me collaborating with someone, stemmed from that, right? Me recognizing what motivates them and doing my best to push those things forward, and then realizing that I realized those things and actually building a trust and a relationship with me. And I think those three things, in addition to a whole bunch of things, definitely played a huge role in my career.
Yeah, and what strikes me is it's easy to say that I got lucky. I hate that answer.
So the thing with luck is that it exists.
It does, but it's
definitely.
not. But it's not the primary thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And people say like you can create your own luck. What they're actually saying is that you made the effort, right?
You created the circumstances and put yourself in a position to capitalize on a moment.
Yes.
And that moment happened, and then you grabbed it.
Yeah. And there's a word for that. That's an opportunist.
That's right.
Right.
You're an opportunist. I love it, and I love people that are opportunists. By the way, that's the kind of person I want to work with.
Yeah.